Tough game tonight. Started off hot with a TD pass from Cam. What kind of happened towards the latter half of that first quarter, the interception and then the costly fumble there?
Yeah, we went ahead and we had some, penalties and turnovers across the board. We got to get it cleaned up for week 2. And that's really kind of where if we could do those things, I think the scoreboard might look a little bit different. But credit, Hudsonville Union Christian for being an excellent football team, well-disciplined, and they ran their offense remarkably efficient. And they played really hard-nosed defense. So, those are characteristics of good teams, and so we have to evaluate what we did on film this week, and we have to get ready for week 2.
Awesome. Cam's first game at QB looked like a little bit of a struggle there past, the first quarter. What is that, how does that translate to the rest of the season, do you think?
I think he'll be fine. There's some things here where it's, we have a lot of learning going on right now across the board. And you know what, we'll settle in and we'll be just fine. It's good film to go ahead and teach from, and I'm not really that concerned about it right now, big picture, because we can go ahead and teach from it, and I know he'll respond in a big way.
Yep. And then staying on that Cam train, late in the game, towards the fourth quarter, Cam was playing wide receiver. What went into that decision to switch him from the QB position over to that wide receiver position?
So we just wanted to be able to know if we could do it or not.
Yep.
And not because anything was going right or wrong, just the fact that I think that we want to be as dynamic as possible. So being able to find different ways to put pieces on the field at different ways, I think is important. So we had a chance to go ahead and play around with that a little bit. We did, and we had some success with it.
Awesome. Last 2 questions. What are you guys going to take from tonight's loss into your guys' game next week?
Well, it's really about attention to detail. I think that's the biggest focus that I want to put right now in terms of a message to our team. And then also, too, remember, this is a long season. Mm-hmm. And, we're going to play some elite competition. We have a tough conference. So we need to learn from this, put it in the rearview mirror, and then really just put all our eggs in the basket for week 2.
And then last question, anything you want to say to our viewers or to your team?
That I'm still proud of them. I still love them. And, last year it was really easy to say that after some big wins. But, what I think where you really find out as far as the character of your team is when your back is against the wall. So, what? It didn't turn out the way that we wanted it to turn out. But we have to respond because that's what really good football teams do. And if we want to do that, that's our only option.